All right. Hopefully people like these. Please let me know if you like episodic reviews. We might try and do more of them. I don't know. Depends how into them I am and whether or not I would be able to take notes on each episode. It would just be a lot of effort and toil. But anyhow, let's get to episode 6 of my review of AnoHana, the flower we saw that day. So, we have Anaru getting trolled and teased and gossiped by the entire school, her entire school, over the incident with the man last episode. Somehow information got out about it, and I don't know if they called it some sort of label or term. Perhaps there was. But that would just and they were saying that it as if, things happened. Nothing happened. Yukiatsu saved her. So that's a real man who saves the chick. Not selfish like the other drunk dirtbag who just wanted a 3-second thrill. So yeah, from Anaru's perspective, that would just be the worst dreaded thing you could have. All social TNT'd over nada. So her reputation wrecked, her being gossiped about, that would just be horrible, and that's an unnecessary, such an unnecessary, unneeded distraction when you're trying to focus on your education. You really have to, dig in like a trench or something. But anyhow, Jinta also really manning up, defending her in class. That was so great. That was so great. Not giving a care in the world for his own reputation, just for the sake of coming to the aid of an Aru who was starting to break in the midst of class with their stupid gossip about her. It was so good of him. So good of him. He put if I remember correctly, he put the attention on to himself. I think that's what happened. He kind of tried to transition the attention to himself and off of Anaru. That was so great of him. Really, really a man who stood up. And to do such, he had to have noticed or just got that irritated at all their ramblings during class. But hopefully he noticed and he did the right thing there. So they built the old fort together as kids. Wow. I didn't know kids could build a wooden fort like that, but wow. I thought they just would have found the place or made it their fort or something. I don't know. Making a fort out in the woods. Interesting. Where is Menma? I've started getting curious because Menma, I think, was being a bit absent from the show, and I was getting curious, where on earth is Menma? Where has she gone? Yuki now saves Suruko from trouble. I forget what that was about. So we get thrown in the opposite direction. Menma may have digged Yuki. Question mark. The group is now in possession of Menma's diary. What a brilliant, brilliant plot piece within the writing. All the possible potential they could have with that. They could have done a whole episode just on that if they wanted to, in all likelihood. They could have done an entire episode on Menma's diary. So maybe some missed potential there. I'm not sure. That would have been very interesting. So this is going to carry an absolute world of potential for the plot execution. This is an excellent plot device with too much potential, I wrote in my notes. Once again, where on earth is Menma? Question mark, question mark. Menma's father putting all her stuff from her room into her closet for the mother to move on is a bit rude. I don't know what I meant by that. I don't know what I was getting at. It's a bit rude. Oh, okay. Okay, he was wanting her to move on at long last, so he just tossed Menma's stuff in the closet out of sight, thus brought about change, and hopefully change with the mom. So he was trying to do it for her, but he might have been doing it in the wrong way, with the wrong heart. And that's a difficult thing. How do you help another person move on from something? You know, what was he supposed to do? What could he have done? You know, he just needed to be there for her, comfort her, and all that. I don't know what else you could do. There isn't, you know, like a list of 1,000 things you could do. But anyhow, that's what happened. So, Anaru seems to be giving off some tsundere vibes a time or two. Wonder about that. Once again, where's Menma? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And then Menma, exclamation mark, at Jinta's house. Phew. So I must have thought she may have disappeared or something like that. Very interesting. I got some motivation for after the review. I'm hungry. Got a sloppy Joe waiting right here. I'm being tempted. Anyhow. Jinta tries to do good with Menma, but Menma is upset with what was going on she was getting upset over her mother's endless, perpetual grief and sadness, and wants, as anyone would want, she wants her mother to move on and find peace, and to even not remember her. To not remember her. Well, good grief. Sigh, sigh, sigh. Oh boy. To not remember her. Wow. To wipe her from her memory. Jeez. I think that just might have been strong wording, or maybe with the translation. I don't know. But she just wants what anybody would want for another family member, is to be able to find peace, move on, live life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest. Don't hold on to something forever. Let things go, move on, do your best, have a proper attitude, and that's what they would want. That's what they would want. They wouldn't want you to waste time over the past. They would not. They would not. They would want you to live life to the fullest. Enjoy every second you got as best you can. They would not want you stuck in the past perpetually and wrecking the future, the potential future that you have, the potential that you have. So there's lots of important messages if we go deep enough with these notes. This is really good ramblings. My goodness. My goodness. Anyhow, let's get closer to the end here. Jinta tells Menma to think of herself for once instead of thinking about others. And that kind of is going back and showing just how... Is there bugs? There's bugs behind me, isn't there? I can see them. Anyhow, dumb windows cranked open to keep it cooler. So the bugs are coming in. No. We're gonna have a bug sandwich soon. So anyhow, so it's just showing us Jinta even recognizes, and he's frustrated with Menma. Menma's pure-heartedness. This little bugger with such pure-hearted, perfect voice actor for the role. And the character, such pure heart, thinking of others. That's the life to live. Living for others and thinking for others, not being selfish, not living for oneself. That is truly the life to live. That is much more fulfilling, and much more satisfying in the end. So that is a beautiful thing. Get out of here, bug. All right. But she laughs. She laughs when she's hurting. And her crying is solely for others, not herself. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You would think she would want to grieve for herself at some point, and even the fallen state of the world type of deal. And then I wrote in my notes, don't yell at her. So I think he got upset with her and yelled at her, which he was just getting frustrated. He was wanting her to think about herself, and she was only thinking about others. And it just, living with someone, chances are you're going to get agitated at something that keeps happening. You're going to get frustrated and agitated, and that's going to surface. And that's what was happening here. He got irritated at something, and then he let her know. But definitely not cool to see someone with such a pure heart get yelled at. Not cool. Anyhow, Jinta nosebleeds. Oh yeah, that reminds me of, I think, what was it? Was that episode 1 where it was the and then ding. Oh, that was a reference to something. Not very PG, but anyhow, that was a funny moment nonetheless. So Jintan, at this point in the notes, Jintan nosebleeds upon saying something important. So it really seems like he digs Menma, because I think it was somehow pertinent to her. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wrote it down like that. So he walks off. He finds Anaru at the fort and bloodies his nose again. So maybe he also digs Anaru. She scares him off from seeing her casual, I guess, night attire. So her kind of PJs or nightgown type thing. And he essentially gets canned. Oh, he probably deserved it. But anyhow, so we're only being led in 3 different directions for what Menma's wish could be. And that mystery, I always love mystery. Mystery's so good. Mystery is good. And especially good to be kept up until the final episode. I hope the mystery is kept until the final episode. And this episode ended a bit out of the blue with no clear direction for the next episode. And then I wrote in my notes, teaser for the next episode, hashtag what on earth. So I wonder what the teaser was for the next episode. Interesting. But yeah, for an episode to end suddenly when you don't expect it to, that's probably not a good thing. You probably should make it so that you kind of see it coming. You can indicate that, hey, things are ending off here. We're running out of time. And give some sort of something to chew on at the end of an episode to motivate for the next episode. I don't think this really had that. So this was a poor episode in that sense. That would be like my only criticism. So anyhow, that does it for our review of episode 6 of AnoHana, The Flower We Saw That Day. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know your favorite moment of this episode, what you thought of the episode, and let me try and think of mine based on the notes. I guess Jinta defending Anaru in class, being a real man, standing up for her, and trying to deflect attention to himself. So I think that's my favorite moment. And the introduction of her mom, her parents, is a good thing. Her family, Menma's family. I think that's a very good thing within the plot. That's good stuff. Good stuff. So anyhow, I will see you up ahead. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for episode 7 at some point. So I will see you up ahead. Take care, cool.